Tonight, we step into the world of magic dealers and ask, are they merchants of miracles or simply purveyors of broken dreams? I'm Markus Markusson. Welcome to Dodgy Dealers. Hi, I'm known throughout the entertainment industry for my trustworthiness and integrity. But tonight, we meet a magic dealer from north of the border with some decidedly dodgy business practices. This is Gary Dunn from Glasgow. He's been trading as practical magic for 5 years, selling all manner of goods which promise the earth but seem to deliver nothing but disappointment. We received a letter from Steve, who tells us he bought 200 yards of practical magic invisible thread, but hasn't been able to find it. He went on to order an invisible deck with similar results. Now, to check if this was an isolated incident, we placed an order with Mr. Dunn, and this is what we received. This is exactly how it arrived. Look at this. It's clearly broken and not fit for purpose. Practical magic? More like practically useless. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. Do a quick internet search and you'll find hundreds of videos complaining about Mr. Dunn and the way he does business. Just take a look at this.
Over the years I've bought a variety of products for my kitchen from Mr. Dunn. All of them awful. These scissors cost me £40. You can hardly open them, and when you can open them, in a second, there you go. Now I can't close them. So I asked for my money back, and he won't even reply.
I'd always wanted to do that trick, the famous linking rings, but I ordered a set and that one's broken. Look, that's broken, that.
I bought this vegetable chopper for chopping potatoes. I mean, look at this. Look. I mean, it's not even marked it. It's not even marked it. It's the most useless thing. 120 quid down the drain.
So I phoned up Mr. Dunn and he just laughed and hung up.
My little girl wanted a glass of orange juice, so I got her this, and I don't know what's going on here, but look. I mean, there's no orange juice.
It's just got a gap in it. Goes straight through.
This guy, it shouldn't be legal, what he's doing.
He sold me this thing that's supposed to be like a magic ribbon, and every time I wave it in the air, it does ah!
So I gave him the benefit of the doubt and I ordered another trick. It was called endless tennis balls. He only sent 2.
Something's got to be done about this guy.
I'm going to have to calm down and have a cup of tea, because I've only just got them.
So I bought this colouring in book, and look, it's already finished. Someone's done it.
They're not even real tennis balls. Look, you could scrunch one of these up in your hand.
So I phoned him back and said, no, you're doing it wrong. Open it up from a bit higher. But look, it's still the same. This is
Look at this. Every time, watch. Every time, 2 hands. It doesn't, see? You see? What are you supposed to do? Yeah?
And these don't stretch to the same length like they did in the video.
Right, just jumping on here with a bit of a warning. Don't buy flash wool from Gary Dunn. I need myself a bloody lovely jumper, lovely. And then I've just been to make the dinner, I've lit the gas ring, and the whole bloody thing's blown up. Look at me. It nearly blew me f***ing tits off. I'm absolutely disgusted.
Quite shocking, I think you'd agree. But it's not just minor injuries and inconveniences. Some of Mr. Dunn's customers have suffered severe psychological damage. What you're about to see may be disturbing.
It's very hard for me to do this here, but I bought these 2 silks. I put them down the front of my top during a show. I pulled them out, and when they came out, there was a bra there.
I had a horrible experience with a change bag that I bought. It was horrifying.
A bra! I was in front of children! I'm absolutely devastated!
I unzipped the bag and looked inside and saw a human hand.
I didn't even know I wore a bra!
A human hand.
Simply chilling. Well, at this point I'd heard enough, and I thought it was time to make the 8-hour drive to go and confront Mr. Dunn in person. We've travelled from Bristol to Glasgow this morning to talk to Mr. Dunn about his substandard products. We're going to confront him here at his palatial home. Let's take a little look down here. Come on, follow me, follow me. Look at this. Oh, look at this, look at this, look at this. Not very welcoming if you ask me. Let's see what he's got to say. Mr. Dunn? Mr. Dunn? Mr. Dunn, we know you're in there. Mr. Dunn, come on. Mr. Dunn, come on out. Mr. Dunn, what do you say to all your customers who've been buying your products? What do you say to these poor customers? What do you say to poor Steve who can't find his invisible thread? He's in there. I think he's inside. He's inside there. He's inside there. Mr. Dunn, Mr. Dunn. What do you say to Tamar, who bought your flash wall, made a jumper and nearly blew her off? What do you say? Mr. Dunn? Well, Mr. Dunn was a no-show. So we drove all the way back to Bristol disappointed, only to find a message in our inbox saying he'd grant us an interview so long as no cameras were present. So, it was time to head back to Glasgow. Well, I've just had a very, very illuminating and interesting interview with Mr. Dunn, and things did get a little heated. Now, what Mr. Dunn doesn't know is I managed to sneak a camera and an audio recording device inside this innocent-looking children's lunchbox, which I carried with me into the meeting. So, stick a fork in him, Gary's done. We're off back to Bristol to review the footage. We'll see you there. Yeah, we know what went wrong that time, and we'll not make that mistake again. But that meant it was time to head back to Glasgow, this time to meet him at his place of work. Well, we've been waiting outside Practical Magic HQ here in Glasgow for several hours now, and still no sign of the elusive Mr. Dunn. He's here, Mr. Dunn! Mr. Dunn! I'm sorry, it's Markus Markusson from Dodgy Dealers.
Ridiculous, this is harassment.
We need to talk to you about your products.
You're stalking me to work now, you've been at my house.
We've had a lot of complaints from your customers. Your customers have been writing to us and complaining about your products.
The products are fine, they work the way they're meant to work, they work fine.
Really? Well, we bought a so-called self-working card trick. We've had it for 3 weeks and it's done absolutely nothing. It's been sitting in our office for 3 weeks now.
You guys are ridiculous. Look, why don't you just come inside and I'll show you.
Really? You're going to show us some props?
I'll show you some props.
You're going to show us what we...
Yes.
Fantastic. We're going to go inside. We're going to go inside and confront Mr. Dunn live on camera. Here we go.
This is the quality of the items that we sell.
It doesn't look particularly good quality. I don't think this is a particularly impressive looking item. Look at that.
Well, I can just show you what it does.
Yeah. Let's see it. That's really rather good. Mr. Dunn? Mr. Dunn? How much is that? I want one of those.